Hey, everybody. We got Ray and Greg Grebo. I'll add you because we are alive. Thanks, everybody, for joining me. I pretty much get caught up with Nutter and with Foodie Beauty and her, what was it, Trivial Pursuit. Hey, EP. Hi, Sandy. Hi, everybody. Smash that like button. Hi, King. Let me add Greg Grebo. Let me add Ray. Hey, what's up?
Hey,
Hello.
Hey.
Another
Thanks for
how are
glorious
you?
joining
day in
me.
paradise.
Indeed.
Hey,
So
Mandy.
I was away yesterday. I didn't know that at the level that Natter was going off. So I've been hearing a lot of people think it was Kelly L, but it was Kelly Denny. He was
Hmm.
insinuating wants his nan bread.
Yeah, I don't watch Natter, but Troll Detective and a couple other ones put together. And I'll just sum up what I thought of what I saw, the highlights. That was some tweaker bullshit, I'm telling you. Yeah, he was just going off.
Yeah, I popped in for wait, no, did I? No, I watched the recap on I think Damn It Danny's channel. I think, I don't know, my memory's stupid. But yeah, he um he was just like trying to straight up show her Facebook and the messages and this and that. He didn't actually show the messages, like he did, but you couldn't really see them. And she claims, from what she said, I think it was an FFG's chat. She said that she didn't. It wasn't like he kind of like twisted it, that he had tried to contact her and call her, and so her husband actually was talking to Nader. It's what she said. I don't know, and that was messages between Nader and her husband. So I don't know.
Why would her husband say I want to see your nan bread?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't even see that message, so I'm not sure.
Let me try
Maybe
and bring it up because I did see the message because I just watched
maybe
it.
he's one of those hubbies that's on the DL, Monty. You know.
Because I saw it. It clearly states, "I want to see your nan bread." Okay,
Yeah, see, I
let
didn't
me
see
try and
that.
find it. Yeah, let me try and find it. I'm scrolling through, but okay. I mean, if her husband wants to see the nan bread, then sure, why not, man? But okay, let me scroll through because he was showing a lot of stuff. So we'll get to the bottom of this. Yes, that's what it said, right? No justice. I want to see. Oh man, this is getting deep, but okay. Here's the thing. Was this expected by me? Yes, it was expected by me because you expect a guy who slashed two people who's known in the community to be a scammer who okay, here it is. I found it. Let me like
Isn't naan bread actually like Indian or something? And Nader is from Egypt, so I'm confused, or am I wrong? Oh wow.
Oh,
Lord have mercy. Oh wait, this is October 1st, 2021. I mean, I'm not making
yeah.
excuses, but maybe it was like a 2 a.m. drunk text like 6 months ago, so I
Well,
don't know.
when did his channel like start? You're
July.
muted, Monty. Oh, his channel started in July?
I'm pretty sure, Monty, didn't it start in like July of last
I
year?
think he started picking it up back in like September last year. Let me make sure
Uh,
because we're gonna get to the bottom of this because it was originally her channel, her
mm-hmm.
second channel, but technically it's actually her fourth because she had two channels
Yeah.
2 and 3. So she
Yeah.
she made it the 14th of August 2021, and the first video was them dancing, if I can remember clearly. They were no. The first video was him in the car singing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was the
Oh yeah.
first one. And then the second one was the jamming where they were dancing together doing the bicycle thing. So the first video ever was car karaoke the 14th of September
Okay.
2021.
It just all blurs
Okay.
together, Monty. July, September, it was just one long summer of chaos.
Okay. So we got Just Julie says Monty Kelly said she was joking around, then he started calling like mad. That's another thing. How many individuals have said that, hey, don't add him, don't talk to him because
Hmm.
he'll call you randomly during the middle of the
Hmm.
night and all day over and over and over. He's like, he doesn't care for your sleeping schedule, he just keep calling you.
Well, and what
So,
doesn't make what doesn't make sense is if he's been doing like this whole time, then why is it just now that there's been like issues?
I think because, like I said, I so don't keep track of this guy. Um, I wouldn't even waste the gas to put my car in reverse to run him over again if I accidentally hit him. But I think it's because it wasn't, somebody correct me. I thought I saw, and I did see Damn It Danny's. I saw Troll Detective. I think I saw Piggy's. I think she said something to him in his chat that angered him, or somebody said something.
of
If,
course.
yeah,
Yeah, of course it is. You're the only way he's gonna do this to you is if you anger him. The only way
mm-hmm,
he's gonna do this to you is if you anger him either in chat or private messaging on the phone or on Facebook chat,
mm-hmm.
where you're either not
Yeah.
giving him money or he feels slighted by you or disrespected,
Or
and
you
then
have a
he'll go off on
husband who
you,
tells him off when you've called 500 times.
right? So like the bottom line still is, why would you, knowing that this man went to jail for slashing people, knowing that the first night Foodie Beauty met him, he offered her substances, knowing that he's a persona non grata in his own community, why would you still try and contact him, even knowing that other people have had bad bad interactions with him, where people are saying he'll call you randomly, he'll keep calling you over and over and over again.
Um, I think there's a certain type of, I'm just going to say a certain type of lady that thinks, oh, I could be his friend. I could be and I don't know this woman from Adam. Like I said, cow tipping's not my style, but I've known women and some men, kind of, I guess some of these women are kind of a female version of Captain Save-A-Ho, like, oh, I can be his friend and I can help him out and we could be, I think that's a large majority. And then I think there's another portion that just wants to be a troll and thinks they're going to be funny and doesn't think anything of it because what can he do to me? Well, he can blow your Facebook Messenger up continually and and things like that.
Yep, exactly. Very true.
But if she really
Yeah.
has a husband, I feel like it would have been like more of like a troll thing. Cause like, who's
Hmm.
like, I know my husband wouldn't be like, yeah, you can be friends and
Yeah.
try to save some weird guy from Canada. Like he'd be like, what the heck? So,
Though I will point out, ring don't plug a hole. I'm just saying. So, who knows?
Yeah, there's a lot to this. I think we're at the point where, well, how can I put it? The gig is up, kind of like
Hmm.
how with the Tinder swindler or bad vegan. At some point, it all crumbles down, right? And I think the foundation is weakening. He's going off on all the nods. He's doing a lot of things that are really showing how he really is like. But we been knew how it's really like. I don't still don't understand. How can you not
Well,
know how he's like after everything that everybody's told you?
yeah,
well,
see,
did you
that's what I'm
see
saying.
his mannerisms though? Like me, I wiggle a lot, but I have Tourette's. Like I have an actual diagnosed neurological issue. So, I'm always twitching and stuff. But watching that video, like I said, it was kind of some straight up tweaker shite because kept doing this weird, the rubby kind of. He looked to me like the dudes you see that they're just almost amped out where they can't quite get comfortable and they're and I don't know if he had meth mites, but he was just acting really amped up. I'll just leave it at that, and and I've seen it before. Like I said, I don't know, but he seemed as if there was some sort of stimulant, and his eyes were extra saucered and extra intense. Didn't anybody in chat? Did you guys see that? He just seemed extra amped up. the saucer eyes really, and he wasn't completely tweaking out, but he had tweaker
Right.
esque.
A lot of people are agreeing with you here, Greg people. OMG.
Yeah.
Dee Dee has gotten herself into a lot of trouble right now with
What
having
happened?
him in her home. Just how things are
Oh,
rolling. If you've
oh,
ever seen things roll like this, it never ends well.
mm-mm, no.
It
He'll
never
get
ends well.
he'll get in a fight with the name. What you looking at? That blah 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 blah, and then somebody reports it to the co-op foundation, and oh, he's just staying on my couch, and then I can almost guarantee you that I feel bad for Dee Dee's coworkers. I cannot imagine the amount of phone calls that business probably fields in a day between Chantal shouting it out and the trolls, and it's just, but she was warned. She was
So
warned, and she chose. Go ahead, Ray Ray.
I was gonna say, so did you hear that supposedly Didi got fired? Did you hear that or?
I saw that in a chat today. Did you hear about that, Monty?
Yeah, on
Yeah, we
the
were talking about that
last
earlier.
live stream I heard, yeah, she got fired, but that's just hearsay for now. We're
Yeah.
not really sure. But if you're gonna get fired, that actually is a big one of the biggest stressors in life.
Oh
Is
yeah.
getting fired from a job, especially with the economy like it is right now, especially in a pandemic like it is right now, with
Yeah. And
especially in
with
a
a
war ongoing.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think her actions or mannerisms seem to parallel somebody who's been fired from their job.
Hmm.
She wouldn't be just sitting right beside him casually or
Yeah.
anything like that.
Well, if you look at the list of the top five stressors in your life, losing a long-term job is actually higher than a divorce or death of a loved one, as far as, you know,
True.
things that can make you really unhappy. Yeah, and it was like I said, I only saw little clips on recap channels, and damn it, Danny's real good at like kink 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 kink. Here's what's going on, but it just seemed like kind of the same old, bad cinematography. Oh yes, Natter, that looks good, Natter. Zupa chats, no, and just yeah, nothing seemed different. SSDD so far. I mean, as in SSDD, not STD. Anyway, too many acronyms. You guys know what I mean. So, but
Oh, okay.
did
Actually, I don't know
I?
what you mean, Gregory, but what does
Oh,
SSDD mean?
it means same shite, different day. So when somebody says, "Hey, what's new?" You'll be like SSDD. It's kind of a
Oh,
this,
okay.
yeah, yeah. It's I don't know if they say it everywhere, but I know like in the Pacific Northwest and British Columbia and in Alaska, you just say SSDD. It just means same shite, different day.
Okay,
Nothing's changed.
thought you were making a play on like Super STDD or something like that.
No, but I realized after it came out of my mouth, I was like, man, should I play it off like I meant that? But I'm just not smooth like that. So I told on myself. I'm kind of,
Okay. All right, gotcha. All right. So yeah, a lot of things are coming undone. He did have a couple hundred people watching his chat that I saw. Mrs.
mhm.
Fields was sniping. I did see that as well. Shout outs to Mrs. Fields. She's back. Um
Was anybody impressed with the terrible 1972 plating of whatever that was? It was like I'm like, is that a beef aspic? Does anybody remember those from the 50s? They were like the meat flavored jellos they used to make, and they used to put the maraschino cherries on top and just ugh.
Did you say meat flavored Jello?
Yeah, they were called aspics, and they were all the rage back in the day. You go into any 50s or 60s style Better Homes and Garden cookbook, and they are basically meat flavored gelatinous ooze, and they would put like garnish. Very, yeah, it's my grandma made once when I was a small kid, and I remember I was like, "Ooh, Jello," and I took a bite, and my brain immediately said, "Not Jello."
yeah,
It
they look
was,
like what's on
ugh.
your screen right now.
Yes, they
Yeah,
were called
these are
aspics.
yeah,
Just,
aspics. Okay,
yep.
there we go.
Pull up, Monty, do me a favor and pull me up vintage aspics photos because these are all a modern take. Pull up a classic 50s, 60s, or 70s aspects because those things are just a horror show.
Okay, give
I'm
me a
sorry.
second.
I'm a big person, but not that big. I would not eat something like that. That is just nasty.
You couldn't pay me to eat that stuff. God, it was terrible.
All right, I think I got it. These are what came up
Yes. Yes.
like that.
See? Yes.
Okay, wow. So
Yeah.
One
that's
of
what
them
it
just
looks
Does
looks
like.
like
that
a
not
chicken.
does that not remind you of Natter's plating though? Do you see that real 50s that 60s 70s look? It's so nadir. Like I always say 1972 called Natter and they want their crappy plating techniques back. He's just so dated.
Right?
Yeah. Just you.
OMG. Wow.
Yeah.
Look at all of
Yeah, that's
that.
nasty.
Right? Yeah, I think
I'm
that you
curious
can.
now.
Oh,
Somebody
it's so
tries to give me
gross.
that, I'm gonna have some issues. We're gonna have some issues. I ain't.
Mm.
No. Mm-mm.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's like I said, I took one bite as a child and like I choked. I started crying and I guess all I could say was not jello, not jello. It was just, and to each his own. Back in the at the turn of the last century, everything was pickled and relished because they didn't have a lot of refrigeration, so I get it. But no, we've advanced since then, so I think certain things should just be outlawed, and aspics are one of those things that I think should be outlawed. It's a
But
culinary travesty.
there's probably people out there though that are still eating that stuff. Like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But no thanks. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I'm seeing head cheese. I actually, my dad loves head cheese. Good on you, Dad. No thanks.
Wait, what's head cheese? Okay, I don't think I want to know after that.
No, you
Okay.
don't. Or Monty can pull up a picture of that
Sure. Yeah, it kind of
too.
looks like aspic. It's head cheese or brawn is a cold cut terrine or meat jelly that originated in Europe. So it's a meat
Meat
jelly.
jelly. Yeah, it's similar to aspics, but
Yeah.
You
with
know,
a
All right.
worse name.
I don't want to yuck anyone's yum. If you guys like this, that's great. But it's just, I
Oh,
don't think it's, for me.
no. Well, I'll throw myself under the bus. I was that guy at the office. You know how people hand out fruitcakes and make fruitcakes around Christmas? I'm that guy. Give me your fruitcake and I will gladly eat them. I love fruitcake. Oh my God. But fruitcake is not in the same category as aspics or head cheese. It's just it's so wrong in so many ways. Head cheese is, and the name is even offensive. Like what are we talking about here? Like I hear head
Yeah.
cheese and I think
I
I
was
think if
thinking dirty.
Chantal were a man, head cheese.
I'm gonna be
Like
honest.
Jeez.
Yeah.
the
You know how there's like dick
yeah,
cheese? I thought it was kind of like that.
Yeah.
yeah,
My
fromunda
bad.
cheese.
Yeah, I was like, you guys know what dick cheese is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Unfortunately.
Build up
Oh,
a
we lost Greg
of
Grebo for a
skin
second.
cells, etc. within one of those meta terms that you know that. I'm just gonna, yeah.
You were breaking up, and all I heard was something about
Can
skin
you see me
cells.
now?
Yeah. Yeah, we can a little bit. I don't know, maybe did you wanna like you're still a little bit choppy. Okay, you're fine now. So you were talking about smegma, dick
Twitter,
cheese.
yeah.
Oh, she's gone again. Okay, we're gonna wait till Greg Grebo comes back. If you want to join the panel, let me post the link right now. We're gonna wait for an explanation from Greg Grebo when she comes back. But yeah, from head cheese to dick cheese. Where else can we go from there? Roman, we did talk about that. We touched on that. He's still making those videos. Seems like he's making them on his cell phone. All right, Greg Gribble, you're back. Welcome back.
So, Monty, this is your fault. You brought up dick cheese, and my internet noped out. It was like, nope, I'm out. Don't want to talk about it, and it froze.
Right.
Somebody in the
Okay.
chat said no. What is it or something like that? You no, please explain. You don't want to know. If you don't know, you don't want to.
Google it. I've spent a lot of time in the back of an ambulance, and yeah, it's the things you see and smell.
Greg Gribble, did you just say you are familiar with dick cheese because you've spent a lot of time in the back of an ambulance? Am I getting
As
this
an
right?
EMT, I'm just saying, like, sometimes in certain situations, in dire situations, clothes don't matter, parts is parts, but occasionally you see and smell things that you file away at the back of your mind and think, I will deal with this later.
So
And
you're
then you
telling
never
me
do.
you are very familiar with dick cheese because of the back of an ambulance. Got it.
Yeah, it's sometimes you get um people when they're on various substances can become extremely sexual and aggressive and they're not in their right mind and let's say the bathing isn't always their top priority and occasionally yeah like I said you know so you have to get the uh the big firefighters to tackle people so they can get brought into the hospital. And unfortunately, I have to say, there's been a few times where literally, though, I was just like, I'm sitting in the front. You got, I can't, like men work with men, women work with women in some situations.
Right.
So, but that was how
Hmm.
I became familiar with human head cheese.
For me, I'm just gonna say it was a personal level and it was not nice. So that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. If you smell it before you eat it, or no, if you, what is it? If you smell it before you see it, do you eat it?
That's when you know there's a problem.
Yeah, yeah. It's like when Chantal was speaking of smells, when Chantal said, "Oh, everybody smells. Everybody's vagina smells." Lady, if it smells like a barracuda, that's on you. That's not normal. And
For
no,
real.
they don't all smell.
All right, we're gonna have to add some trigger warning now because we got real. I don't know. Uh, Jack B, what's wrong with you? What are you talking about? Spun sex? I just had to Google that because I had no idea what that was.
I don't know what it is. Sweet, I learned
I'm not
something
even.
new.
I don't even know if I'm gonna have to explain this properly. How am I gonna explain what
Google
spun
it.
sex is? I did Google it. That's how I
Oh,
know
put
what
it
it
up
is
on the
now.
screen.
She's
Can it?
googling it now.
Is
No.
it actually worse than head cheese? Let
Yes.
me
Well, it's
see.
kind of it's different. Okay, so spun sex is meat spinning. Okay, trigger warning here, folks. If step away for a minute while I explain this. But spun sex is called meat spinning, and its Urban Dictionary explains it as when you videotape having sex with another man while the person on top is spinning their penis in a clockwise motion.
So it's like helicoptering, but
I
Wait, I'm kind of confused.
what?
yeah, how does that work?
I don't even know what's going on right now. Jack B, explain.
All I understood was somebody was filming a guy spinning his wee wee. That's all.
I don't know what is going on.
No, well, most of the things I find is, like everybody knows when people are spun out, because the thing I say, spun is a slang word typically used to refer to being high on hallucinogens, method, et cetera, while having sex. So I don't, I don't know.
Maybe it can have
I don't,
different meanings.
I don't want to go to jail because of the things I Google. I know this.
Okay, so there's different. So there's spinner stuff. Okay, so another type of spinning is when a woman is on top and she spins while
Oh
she's
yeah,
riding. Okay, gotcha.
yeah,
But then I think what Jack was saying is that EC saying spun sex is when your meth head
yeah,
out, your meth okay, and you're having sex.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's yeah, the people call, because if you're twacked or spun, you know, It's like a 4-hour marathon
Oh, okay.
adventure and futility because nothing's going to be working.
I need a
So,
neuralizer right now because I just got super weird with like my explanation and I want to erase everyone's mind that just heard me say stuff about spinning stuff. Everyone, please
Ariana,
erase the last
Ariana said
3 minutes out of your mind, please. Thank you. I'd really appreciate that because I just said something really
really?
out there and I need you to forget about it. Thank
right, it's
you.
like, can everybody in chat
Yeah,
please
look.
look into this? Is everybody looking? Okay. Tink. You just spent the last hour with your grandmother saying prayers. There we go.
None of this ever happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
You didn't see me.
Right. So like, why is Roman making these like montages coming at Foodie Beauty? Is it
Oh,
because he's getting the views? Like, what's going
did,
on?
wait, real quick. Did you hear in Charles in when she was in her sausage dress this morning, and I have thoughts on that, where she said here when she was making her shepherd's pie, which why she was referring it to the pâté chinois. It's like, a Chinese pie. Yeah, that's what the Quebecois call it. You are not French Canadian, Chantal. Stop trying to be exotic. There's nothing exotic about you except for maybe some of the flora and fauna found in your various crevices. That might be exotic and unique. Anywho, she said, "Oh, here, let me saw an onion." Direct dig at. Did anybody else catch that when she said, "Let me saw an onion"? Because remember how she was making fun of Roman, how he was sawing an onion instead of like
Yeah, I
her
did see that.
last boyfriend, chop 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 chop.
And what did she say? Her nails were like claws, and she was done digging them into the onion and cutting it down, sawing. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
did see that.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Yeah. Oh, and
Wait,
that
I missed
dress.
that part. So she was digging her nails into the onion?
Yes, like
Yeah,
claws,
That's
like
like
nasty.
talons. Yeah, to
That's
hold it in
nasty.
place.
well, you remember those things you see as seen on TV? They're like those things that holds it in place, and then you run it over those accordion graters. But she was using her claws. Remember when she grabbed the top of that Dairy Queen ice cream cone? Yeah, it was similar to that, except for she didn't let go and throw it out the window. She used it. Before I forget, because I've got the memory of a goldfish, that dress. Okay, here's what I think's going on with that dress. I don't think, and don't, and we'll touch on the fact that this biche is saying that she has COVID. I have thoughts. Anywho, when she mentioned, oh, my sausage dress, here's what I think happened. We know she doesn't do laundry. She hasn't been able to go out and buy new clothes. I think that truly might have been one of the clean things she has. She knows she looks like an overstuffed sausage. Um, and so what she did is she turned it inside out to make it into a troll. Ha ha, it's funny. Do you know what I mean? Because and I really think that's what happened is she was down to, well, I need something to wear, threw that on and figured, oh, I'll make it a troll. I mean, I'm 50-50 on it, but I really do think that it was handy, it was clean. She knows it's skin tight, and as much as she says my fat doesn't bother me, I disagree. I think it bothers her greatly, and so she
Mhm.
made it into a complete troll, like, haha, look at me,
Right?
my sausage just.
How can you not know your dress is inside out? It was clearly obvious.
Yeah.
The tag was on the
Like,
outside, and even
mm-hmm.
with the threading, you could tell.
Yeah. She did
Painfully
it on
obvious.
purpose, I
Yeah.
think. I really do, to make it extra sticky, extra funny, extra trolly. Like, I did this on purpose. Like I should have done with that SSDD thing, but I'm not that smart or that quick. So, yeah.
But she said that a subscriber had sent it to her like with that stuff. Didn't she show like all that stuff? I don't remember seeing that dress, but
I
maybe she didn't show it all.
I don't remember. I don't know when she got the sausage dress. And then somebody in her chat called it a sweet potato dress. And then she said, no, it's a yam dress. So does anybody in chat remember when she got the sausage dress?
She does realize that sweet potatoes and yams are like the same thing, right?
Yeah, they're pretty similar. They're the same general principle. So I'm looking in chat. I'm not seeing anybody say they remember. Like I said, I've never seen. I am painfully aware of most of Chantal's purchases and the stuff that gets sent, but I really don't know where the sausage dress came from.
I
And I will say this, I can almost guarantee you she's in here watching us, because the other night she popped into Kaya's chat, told Kaya to shut up, and it's like, so Chantal, if you're watching, feel free to chat, but don't sit here like a chicken shit and then say, oh, chicken shite, and say, oh, I don't watch reaction channels and da 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 da. It's like, if you got something to say, just say it, man.
I feel like
Right.
But
she ordered. I'm just gonna say, I feel like she ordered the dress, and because it was like so tight and looked so like funky on her, she was like, "Yeah, I got it from a subscriber. You know, I got it from a VIP. They sent it to me." But I bet she bought the dress.
I'm gonna have to 1,000% agree with you on that. Because I don't remember, because like I said, the troll detectives, the piggies, damn it, Danny, they all do these recaps, and I just don't remember seeing this dress pop up anywhere. So there's
People are
that.
saying Moon like sent it. So person is from Moon like for her B-day. Oh, Moon like sent it. Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
Some more birthday gifts.
Okay.
Okay. Like I said, I don't remember seeing it. And
Hey,
somebody said
damn it,
there was a
Danny. What's up?
hey
I didn't
Danny.
notice the name. Okay.
Hey.
Ariana S said there was a bunch of Sheen packages on the floor after Cuba. So I'm just going to say this: fast fashion is bad. Don't do it. So yeah, and number two, I before I realized what it was, this was a few years ago, I ordered some things. Holy cow, you can get, and I'm like 5'10" and a half, but I'm only like 135 pounds. And I ordered a bunch of extra large stuff. Oh my God. It was like, here, hold these while I jump off the dressers. Their large sizes are like itty bitty. So ordering from them is just a bad idea.
Yeah, I've heard mixed reviews, but I've heard that it's
Yeah.
not the best. So I have.
No, 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 it's not. But that dress, the color and the size actually reminded me of the compression stockings she should have gotten for that flight. It was a similar color to compression stockings. And then, you start them at your toes and you roll them on. That's probably what she did with that dress. And if she managed to squeeze herself into that dress, she 1,000% could have got some compression stockings on to stop DVT on that long flight. Just my PSA.
This
How
is
not.
from yeah,
Go
this
ahead.
is from the farms, but it's eerily similar that Agatha's dress. It has frills. Agatha's dress in different color, but it has the holes at the sides. If anybody did or didn't notice, so let me put up the farms and let's check
Yes.
this out. So this is from Sharton. So this is what it's supposed to kind of look like that, right? Well, look at Agatha's. You see, she has it there.
You're right.
Yeah, and this is what it looks like on
Yeah.
her.
Well, Agatha, no shade, but Agatha is like 250 pounds lighter and a little bit taller. So yeah, it looks okay, but it looks like a ripped sausage casing, to be honest. That's just, it's not.
I'm not gonna lie,
And
Agatha's dress on her looks like.
Wait a second. Did Maddie from Euphoria have this dress? I don't watch Euphoria, so I wouldn't even know.
what is Euphoria?
I've heard of it. I've never watched it. It's like this new. I think it's new. This like popular show that people have been watching. I think
Ugh.
Netflix. I think it's a Netflix show.
Oh yeah, yep. I heard about it. I have zero interest.
Yeah, can anybody confirm? Did Maddie from Euphoria actually wear this dress? Okay, Maddie.
Ariana said somebody called it a busted can of biscuits. Yeah,
Oh,
you
okay.
take the spoon and you put it in, it goes, well, yeah, that's actually That's extremely accurate, actually.
Yeah, that's what people in FFG's chat were saying, that she looked like a busted can of biscuits.
A busted
Okay.
can of biscuits.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Well, some people are saying it's Maddie's. I don't know. I don't watch Euphoria, so I have no idea.
I'm gonna Google
Okay, they were
Maddie's
comparing.
sausage dress. I'm gonna
Somebody,
Google Maddie's sausage dress.
Yelly Melly says no, they were comparing Maddie Jewel makeup on Kiwi Farms. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
But then somebody else said something about like she wore it at a party on the movie. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Or show, whatever the heck it is.
Mm-hmm. Okay, got it. Thanks. Thanks for the clarification, everybody in the chat.
Okay. Yeah, thanks guys. Like I'm not hip, so I don't keep up on current. I'm kind of a dork. If it has to do with D&D or Tolkien's, any of his writings, yeah, I'm down. Anything else, kind of outside my wheelhouse. I'm done.
Good
The
night, loyal warrior.
Euphoria, it says the Euphoria dress trend everyone is searching for. I did find that, which is a new article. So, yeah, there is an article about the Euphoria dress trend everyone is searching for. So apparently,
Oh, okay.
it's a thing.
Okay, I guess
Okay.
so. Donut
Yeah.
Loaf posted this. Is this the dress looks like it? Is it? And it's
Yes.
from
Yeah.
Cheyenne.
Sheen. Well,
Yeah,
whatever you
Sheen,
want to
however you
pronounce
want to
it, but
pronounce it. Yeah.
yeah.
That
Yeah, I think it
is
is.
that is what the dress should look like. Now, I wonder, do they have a picture of the model with it inside out so we could be sure?
That's what it
I
looks like
doubt
on
it.
FB.
Yep.
You know those bacon those the dough that used to come in the cans, and you'd kind of like you'd pop it out, and then you could cut it and you could bake it, and you're supposed to make like pastries.
Yeah. It's
You ever
a
seen
busted.
it? You ever
Yeah.
seen it when you bust it and it pops out at the sides? It kind of looks
That's
like
what we
this.
were
Yeah.
just talking about. It looks like a busted can of biscuits.
Yeah, exactly. Like when it
Yeah.
pops out at the sides. I remember when I was
Uh-huh.
like a little kiddo and I never was good at those rolls, and I would bust it out at the sides. It looks exactly like this.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
Yeah,
not
Exactly.
gonna lie, it
like
still
it's
scares
supposed to
me
look
to
like
bust a
this
can.
when I was baking them biscuits, but then I'd bust them and it looks like this.
Oh my god.
Oh, I can remember. Yep. Busted can of biscuits, man. So I'm sure in Chantal's drug-addled brain, and while she was making her pâté chinois, ha ha ha, I am now French Canadian, ha ha. Sorry, I'm extra. I'm extra salty today. Of all the flavors I can be, I'm salty. Where was I going with that? So busted can of biscuits, that dress.
OMG.
Oh,
Everyone's
she
thinking
was
the same thing. I
what?
just
Did
found
you
it.
see?
It's right
Yeah,
there.
I just saw that.
I didn't see this. Okay, I did not see this, but I was thinking it. It's exactly like that. Yeah, I used to bust those cans, man. I was so pissed.
Oh my
I
god.
was so
I am
pissed.
literally I,
Yeah.
I'm I am literally dead. I am dead. Um
Justice, I hate you, by
well,
the way.
okay, and what makes it extra funny is if you flip the can of biscuits over, that actually would have looked like Chantal because she had that blue wig on. So literally, take
Oh,
the can of
yeah.
biscuits and flip it over with that wig on.
That's her.
Yeah. So missed opportunity. I could have made
Right?
this extra hilarious framing.
OMG.
But
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And did anybody notice that Chantal was high as balls today? And so what she was saying is like, like something about, yeah, I eat a lot of, I don't always eat edibles, but yeah, I need to take a break. I'll do that tomorrow. Like she was high because in the streams later on in the day, she was like actively like doing a Homer Simpson where it was like, or she just kind of nodded out mid sentence in those boring
Yeah.
Trivial Pursuit streams. Like she flat out just instead of doing you know, a junkie nod, she kind of went forward and just so.
Right,
Yeah, and
exactly.
she claimed that like the stupid train, but she claimed that she hadn't even like done much edibles. Either A, she was lying and did like way more than she said, or that was like more than what she said she did because she was like she
Yeah.
was done.
Yeah, Chantal, when she said that she hadn't done much, she was lying like a big dog on a hardwood floor. She was foobarred, like yeah, like everybody saw it where she was just stopping mid sentence, and like I said, I'm just not a THC person, so and I've not been around people. I've been around a lot of drug addicts and stuff, but I've not really been around somebody that was that high on edibles. So I don't know if that's a typical edible response or if, because the way, what I've noticed, regardless of the strain of THC, is when you get that greened out, you pass out. And the fact she didn't pass out and just kept going and going, even with the kind of greening out, leads me to believe that perhaps there were some wakey substances thrown in. But this is just my opinion.
Well, what I find kind of funny, if you want to call it funny, is Nader last night, same Buddha, same.
Hmm.
Nader last night was, he seemed pretty like he had, done some math. He seemed like he had, done some calculations, if you will. And Chantel seemed like, she may have, done something as well. So that kind of, it's kind of like,
Yeah,
well, were they
yeah,
together and did something? You never
yeah.
know.
Well, with Natter doing his, method mites, it just stands to reason that, there might have been a little devil's flower thrown in there for Chantal also. And like I said, she'll come on her stream whenever she goes back live and be like, claim she doesn't watch any of the reaction channels, and then she'll go on about all our conspiracy theories and how we're all wrong. Well, how do you know we're wrong? How do you even know what we're talking about if you don't watch? It's like, make it make sense, Cupcake.
Yeah, exactly. Just like we had mentioned, we were talking about earlier that after we talked about the whole like, childbearing thing and all that, that's when she had went on her thing about talking about the second thing that happened. And we thought that was kind of funny that she was mentioning that right after we had kind of talked about it. So
Yeah,
yeah, she
yeah,
definitely.
yeah. I
Mary
agree.
Mary Burke says Chantel was in Nader's chat after dinner on the Beezer show yelling at him to not kiss Dee Dee. Was that from today? Because he had like a 2 hour 44 minute power stream.
The Beezer
Um
show was live today.
no, what she does, she goes on the Beezer show to do her dirty, like go in on his channel and say things, leave comments. I did
Oh,
notice
okay,
that she
okay,
did that the other day, and
okay,
I saw Mary Burke is saying that she did that again. So I'm trying to find
okay.
out if that's today. Hey, Ari Pepperoni, welcome. Smash that like button, please, everybody. I'd appreciate that.
Yeah, everybody, thumbs up. And if you hate us, thumbs down. Engagement's engagement. There's no such thing as bad attention.
Oh hell no,
Take,
Gregory boy, you didn't just say that.
I'm taking a page out of Chinny's book. Engagement is engagement, right?
Right. Good night, Sarah M. Thompson. Have a good one. I don't know if he blocked or not. I actually didn't watch his streams because it gets too much when everybody is power streaming about
Oh,
really nothing.
yeah.
Like you just can't keep up because she's done hours of streaming. So now she's done what, like 4 hours of, just like by dinner time, and then before
Hmm.
that it was like 3 hours in the morning. That's 7 hours in a day. That's literally a full-time job watching her streams if you're doing them on regular time. So it's like, how can you do this when you're a casual watcher and you want all the information right then and
Hmm.
there, but
Yeah.
yet you have to watch hours of nothingness.
Hmm. Well, I will say people can show up here for Monty After Dark. And the other channel that's really good at it is like, yeah, damn it, Danny tends to go snip. Like earlier in her video, it was like, yeah, I just clip out the important stuff he says. And in my mind, I'm like, so nothing. Because dude never says anything important. It's just
Right.
blah, blah, blah. But no, like, damn it, Danny. And then if you want more of the like the shady side, the troll side, there's Troll Detective, Piggy, come
Yeah.
here, have a conversation with
So
us.
yeah, if I'm supposed to wrap up the weekend, what can I say? Like she first denied the whole hotel bees in, then she came on and did her 4 hour confession, started talking about the two pregnancies that she had. One of course was the Pete's, we all knew that. The other one was with
Mhm.
what was it? Manzi. It was Manzi, and
Yeah.
that was in between Pete's and BB. She talked a lot about not seeing Nader once again. We all know that's not true. She is just
Mhm.
deflecting and trying to change the subject, the topic. Same old, same old. I'm sure she's
Mhm.
probably gonna see him the next few days at the very latest. Maybe if she
Mhm.
hasn't seen him already, we don't know. And then after that, she came back this morning. What was this morning? Because all the streams start to run into each other. She was talking a whole lot more nonsense. And then she did Trivia Pursuit, and that was boring.
Yeah, it's she
Hmm.
kept kind of staring at chat. She wasn't engaging with Pete. Oh, here was my favorite. I'm judging. I'm judging both of you. Pete, Pete, and Chantal, because the P has this habit of saying, "Oh wait, I know this one. I know this one." Shut up. No, you don't. Just be like, nah. Because every single question, it was like, everybody knows that guy that's like, "Oh, I know this," and it's like, no, you don't. Just say, "I don't know," and then guess. It's a pet peeve of mine. And then when he couldn't guess Mark Hamill's last name, I literally lost hope for humanity. Like, oh my God. Like, who doesn't know Mark
I
Hamill's
didn't.
last
I
name?
literally skipped through the whole church. So that was part of the
Yeah.
Trivial Pursuit.
Yes, it
What
was
was the
it
question?
was the question. I can't even remember the question they asked. Basically asked about the actor that voiced the Star Wars actor who voiced this animation character that P watches, what's his name? It's Mark
Oh,
Hamill. Like, I don't even watch that animation. I'm not even into Star Wars, and I knew that answer. Like, if you don't know the name Mark Hamill, you may act, and you're in North America, you may actually be too stupid to remember how to breathe on occasion. So don't use drugs or drink because you might be lost. It's just, yeah, I'm judging a little bit here. And he just kept saying, "Oh, I know." And then he kept going off about the various topics. Like, dude seriously thinks he knows everything about everything and he's got an opinion on everything. And I will point this out. And I saw a lot of other people in chat saying this since he's came out on Twitter. He's gotten, well, I'm not even going to say since he's came out, but since he's quit his job, become a full-time YouTuber, and now come out on Twitter, he's becoming a decidedly much more nasty, opinionated person. I feel, once again, my opinion, he's spending too much time on Twitter. That place is just an echo chamber of crazy word. Civil discourse isn't a thing. And I feel that it's really starting to show the degradation of just, his moral compass and his ability to even, keep his opinion to himself, have a filter. It's on a downward trajectory, and it seems like it's an exponential decline at this point. And it's just that's how I feel. And so, and I'm just going to say, just because you're confused about who you are doesn't give you a right to be nasty about everybody. Number two, if you have just enough information to be dangerous, maybe don't say anything. My grandma always said it's better to keep your mouth shut and be thought a fool than open your mouth and remove all doubt. Just some general life advice, you know?
Yeah, and I noticed too, we've mentioned it before too, but since like not only is he like going off on that, but then like since Chantel's got her channel back and everything and been back from Cuba and all that,
Mm,
he's like seemed to like want to agree with her more and stuff where he used to like kind of argue and now he's just like, okay, like Chantel, like yeah, and like kind of like
mm,
goes along more with her. So he's
Well,
just
yeah,
he's just not
she
even being like
yeah,
himself.
she's
I don't
back
know.
buying all the groceries, because I think he got stressed for a hot minute and started popping off. But now that, Mama Chantel's back to paying for everything, he's like, gets his $500 a month for his Kit Kat deliveries. Buddha, Buddha.
Buddha with the straight cut bangs.
Oh my God. What was it she called you? The blunt cut, see you next Tuesday? Like,
Totally.
remember?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Snazzy headset. Look at me. I'm a Twitcher.
Dang.
Yeah, she hates the hair, and I get it because it's fabulous, right? So,
Right?
I mean, come on.
Yeah. The second she
She's
called it a
jealous.
blunt cut, she called you what was it, a blunt bang, see you next Tuesday? And I was like,
Blunt
that
cut. Yeah.
blunt cut, see you next Tuesday. And I was like, that is an amazing haircut. You know it. Because if she is
Thank you.
angry enough to call you out specifically, you know you look fabulous.
It's funny
Thank
though because
you.
when she said that, everybody who like watches or like anything was like, "Oh, that's Buddha." That's who she's talking about.
Right?
Yeah, someone sent me a meme of a cat with like Katy Perry hair, like blue, like filing its nails. And it was like Buddha bitch energy, and I was like, okay.
Awesome.
No, it's cool, man. But I'm just waiting for the moment for her to just like have the wrong mood and just decide to like go in. I've been getting some weird requests on my Instagram, like weird accounts with like brand new account made that day, like a whole bunch of them. And I'm just wary now. Some people have been hitting me up and I'm like, who's this? No followers, no account, no tweets.
What are they saying to
Mm-hmm.
you?
Well, no, just trying to add me as a friend and it's like a
Oh,
non-active
Yeah.
account. And there's one that I think actually might be my stalker. It's weird. There's a new account that popped up and there's some Easter egg type shit in sorry, poop. And I think my actual stalker from back in the day is like got me on Instagram and is trying to add me. Like I'm all paranoid now.
Well,
It's weird.
probably quite a few of them, other than maybe that one sus one. Is I can almost guarantee you it's Chantal. You know what I mean? It's
Oh
it's
yeah,
like
she's been
classic
hit.
Chinny.
Yeah. No, there's a couple accounts that are very, very, very sus, and I'm like,
Hmm.
I have a feeling that she's probably like she probably just hit my up on Instagram. Like tried to find me. I don't have a Facebook that's under my account, so you can't really know. Like it's like dog photos anyway. So like,
Hmm.
there's nothing to find, man. I'm the most open person ever. If she tried to like find who I am, it'd be dog photos, stolen
Right?
photos,
She's
selfies with
just
like a
well,
pizza hanging out of my mouth, like
that would take
no tea here.
some forethought and some planning. And with her, she's like think a thing, do a thing. So, yeah.
Greg Gribble, did you see the situation that happened on Twitter with Glucose Gorgeous?
No, I
Oh, I
made
heard
it
about that.
as I've
I
said, like I
saw it.
said, I made a Twitter account so I can DM Monty and the few people. I have no idea how to use Twitter, so but
Okay.
please do tell.
Buddha, did you
She
know about that?
Isn't that the one where she kind of ragged on the girl for having like a non clear photo and she like
Yeah. Yeah.
shamed her and like
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
she
oh
shamed her for her photo and it wasn't like up to par for foodie standards of
oh yeah.
photos.
Yeah. I think I saw that where she posted the photo and she said, "Oh, and this photo's from 10 years ago and fix them eyebrows, girl," or something like that.
Yeah. Why are you coming for people's eyebrows,
Right?
man? Like, come on. Women against women violence needs to stop.
Right?
This aggression will not stand.
This
Man,
is
stop coming for the
exactly.
eyebrows. Stop coming for the hair. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? Just if we
Yeah.
have shitty personalities like you, come for us. But don't come for our looks. You don't want us to come
Yeah.
for yours.
Exactly.
Then stop trying to find stuff about us to come for. It's very hypocritical. Shame
You
on
Yeah.
know
you.
something. So I was gonna say something I found like kind of like funny, like not I guess is like didn't she mention something about
Yeah.
like have the ovaries or something to post
Yeah.
like
Yes.
man,
Yes.
you're one. I'm sorry, but you're one to be talking about someone having ovaries to do anything. I'm just
Exactly. It's well, I suspect somebody probably at some point because the whole time she was in Cuba, remember she kept talking about my balls, my big balls, you know what I mean? Like, and then somewhere maybe I just think that she got slapped down somehow because now she's talking about have the ovaries, or maybe she's on a feminist kick. Who knows, man. I just I will say that's what I really do like about this channel, and there's a few other ones. Like when we talk about Chantal, we talk about the monetization of her terrible behavior, because I can tell you this, Chantal could be a skinny legend and she would still be a terrible person. It's not
Yeah.
her looks that makes her so
Hmm.
unattractive. It's from the inside. It's one of those things that, man, it's going to take years of therapy to even get you back to like being rated a 3 as far as personalities go, because she's just so the vitriol and the lies and the self-centeredness and the 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 things that fall out of her mouth, and she takes no, you know, just no, just yeah. I don't need to go on about this. I just like
Can
my
I actually say something about this?
yes,
I guess since I'm among friends, I talked to my psychiatrist today, and we're talking about my ADHD medicine and how it's going and how my mental health is going. And I told, oh God, guys, I tried to explain Foodie Beauty and this supportive community, and I tried to explain it to my psychiatrist, and she was like, there was like this moment of silence where I really thought she was going to have me committed. She's like, so you find support here, do you? This woman, she's crazy. And I'm like, yeah, but really, anyway, I have to say, like, if Chantel really wanted to actually get there, it doesn't take much to get the ball rolling when it comes to like if we both have borderline, and if she wanted to just try one day. It only takes one day where you're good, and then the next day you have a little bit of momentum and a little momentum. But the thing is, she's missing a couple things if she ever wants to get better. One, it's hard to be normal when you're not getting enough sleep, you're not eating anything but sugar, you're surrounded by assholes. You know what I mean? Like your body's in pain, you're using substances, the vulnerability is like it's impossible, even if you want it to have a good day, because you're limited completely with what you can even achieve with your mental health at this point because you're so run ragged.
I 1,000% Buddha, like
Yeah, take care of yourself. You gotta.
preach.
Well, I eat. I can't cook for shit. I can't cook. I always date guys who know how to cook. I can't cook for shit. So I like. Spend some money, get some food ordered from. So that food's covered. Then my weight's covered, and I do kickboxing, so my aggression's covered. And I'm here, and I have friends more than in my real life because I hate people. And I'm like, I told my psychiatrist today that I was the happiest I've ever been. Ever, 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 right now, this very moment. And I was very happy to say that. And I'm glad I get to talk to you and tell you. But Chantel, like, I used to be, dude, I was the girl who'd get drunk and take a swing at her boyfriend. Like, I was a crazy. And I have been there, and it's a long way to get here. But if you actually want it, go to one exercise class and you'll get those endorphins and you'll get that happy chemical. You know what I mean? Like it only takes a little bit to show us that you actually want it. Sorry, end rant.
If she
No,
only
no.
listened to you, Buddha, because honestly, it takes a lot more effort to be negative and hateful towards a person than it is to be positive. And I think
Mhm.
her main issue is that she realizes these things about herself. She knows that in a lot of her situations, most of her stuff is reversible and fixable. But
Yeah.
she's impeding herself because she's refusing to get off that couch, get moving, get motivated, get going. So she turns to her hug box for a
Hmm.
little bit of that, happiness. And then when it's off, it's gone. So she has to come back and hate on someone else. And it's
I
a
learned
vicious
one. Oh,
cycle that
sorry.
will never end. Sorry, go ahead.
I've learned. No, I was just going to say, I've learned in therapy that she's not at the point where she will go for something uncomfortable. Like me, like I don't want to do 90 minutes of hardcore Thai boxing training. We're talking burpees, we're talking heavy bag rounds, we're talking sweat, puke, there's a bucket in the corner. Like, I found that the harder things are, when you do them, the bigger the reward is. So the thing is, now when I'm uncomfortable, I'm like, "Ah, I need to sweat and be uncomfortable. So I need to be triggered. Like I need to work through it. You know, I need to lean in. She needs to lean in to being uncomfortable.
Mhm.
She needs to listen to Joe Rogan. He'll hype her up.
Exactly.
Be like,
Hating
Well,
on
"Ugh."
someone like you isn't going to do her any good. If she's envious of your looks, which honestly you're stunning, so hi, who wouldn't
Thank
be
you.
envious?
But my looks
But
shouldn't be a
if
handicap.
that's her major issue, then honey, Buddha's been sitting here night after night telling you how she got where she got. Take some of
Thank
those tips and
you.
apply them to your life.
Oh my God,
Take
I
some of
feel so
those tips
seen.
and apply them.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
you're
you.
but
welcome.
it's true, Buddha. It's like if you're hanging out in your comfortable hug box, this is
Mm,
Attic 101. Nothing
mm,
changes, or BPD, or whatever the issue is. Nothing changes if nothing changes. So if you're comfortable,
mm.
nothing's changing. So you need to feel uncomfortable. That's how you know you're out of your comfort zone, which is probably a good thing, regardless of. And so, yeah, you get uncomfortable. And it can almost get to be where when you become self aware, you realize I need to be uncomfortable, because you then crave the reward at the end of the uncomfortableness. Like you look forward to the uncomfortable becoming comfortable so you can then progress some more.
Here's a plot twist.
Exactly.
When you do something uncomfortable and you surprise yourself, guess what? Boom! Self-esteem. Where'd that come
Yeah.
from? Psh. Like when I got into Muay Thai, I started to respect people, and I was like, damn, like it's not about abs. It was about the effort. And I was like, these people are putting in work. I was
Mm-hmm.
impressed, and I wanted to be like not liked by them, but like I didn't want to be going in there as a smoker. I've been smoke free for a year and a half. Thank you very much. But it felt like an insult to my trainers. Like, oh, I'm working hard. The thing is, if you're working hard, and that's why I call Chantel on her BS all day, every day. And I'd even do it to her face if we were face to face, because action speaks. I haven't seen you do any action. I've seen you backpedal. I've seen you make
Mm-hmm.
excuses. But when you start doing any of the things, like all she says is, I'm gonna, and she never says, I am.
She
Mm-hmm.
lives in a
So when she
daydream
starts
state.
leading with I am, I'm just going to be like,
Yeah.
you're BS, blah, 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 talking head.
Well, it's like she doesn't understand. Here's a little tidbit, Chantal, if you're watching this. A thought not followed by an action means nothing happened. So what's the point?
Hmm.
You
Yeah, without
know?
It's because she
execution.
lives in that daydream state where she's always dreaming of, I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna start eating better. And
Yeah.
next,
It
don't talk, do, just do it.
it's like she's bought into that. And like I don't know a lot of that toxic positivity where dreaming is doing something. No, it's not. Tell the IRS that I was planning on sending you my, owed tax money. See how that works out for you. I was planning on
Right?
putting money in the parking meter. That's not how the world works.
I have
Exactly.
something to share about taxes, actually. I am still kind of like, oh, I got to finish my video, but watching Chantel has helped my life in an actual manifesting way the other day. So I had to go to the bank, and because I'm dealing with the CRA, because I had spoken about the fact that I didn't quite understand GST before, and I had this, and then I didn't understand, and now I'm so anyway. So you have to go in and apply for a loan, and even if you get it denied, they need that letter, or they will not set up a payment plan for you. Like she can't just like, I'm going to set up a payment plan. You have to go through some steps. Anyway, when I got out in the car after I was done, I'm like, I'm going to vlog, because I was all up in my feels. So I like took my camera out in like Scotiabank parking lot, and I'm like, guys, see, this is what it looks like when you work on yourself. Like it was really funny, and I'm still not sure if I'm going to put it in a video, but it's a real vulnerable moment of me doing the opposite of what Chantel is. We both have tax issues. This is what it looks like when you work on it. You got to build yourself back
Hmm.
up in the parking lot before you drive away, because you feel so defeated by it's not like it was just embarrassing to have to kind of like with the bank. And
Yeah.
I'm stupid, and my mom was young, and she didn't teach me anything about finances, and I didn't understand when I became
Mm-hmm.
self-employed as a sole proprietor that you had to pay a certain Okay, learning disorder, yes.
But you learned
Anyway,
and you improved and you grew from it. And that's
well,
all
yeah,
it
like
is.
it's all about ignorance is not an excuse for anything. You cannot claim ignorance, and once you've been
Mhm.
informed just the once, you do not need to be repeated. I'm a dog trainer. And the thing is, I'm going to tell you once. You know what that means. Sit means sit.
Mhm.
You're a 3-year-old dog. I'm not going to say it 5 times and then you sit. So the thing is,
Mhm.
she knows what's up, but she
Mhm.
pretends to not. And that's her power. I don't know, guys. Hoi guys. Like she's so much
Yeah.
into the act, her Nick Cotto act, that she's just avoiding all adulting of any
Mhm.
kind. She's too busy
Yeah.
doing the thing with the thing and the thing and the thing. And like that dress, holy shit, toothpaste. It was so xylophone. Have you ever seen the movie Sisters?
It looked like
Yes.
a
Tina
can of
Fey.
biscuits exploded. I'm sorry. That's just
Yeah.
what it is.
I was watching that Poppin' Fresh stuff on
Yeah.
Twitter and it was making me laugh hardcore, all the pictures. Anyway,
But
I'll
then
stop
it's
talking
like she
now.
doesn't want people saying that, oh, don't say anything negative. I'm like, honey, you're on the internet. There's going to be negative and positive. Take what you need and move on with your life. Don't sit there and scream at your paying subscribers, paying, and go off on them because your Fifi's got hurt.
Well,
Okay?
she
That's
made it
just
she made it very clear in Cuba. I'm gonna sit her. I'm gonna tell you what I think. And then I'm gonna manipulate you into giving me more money. I mean, and then did you see today where like she tried to claim like, "Oh, I don't remember what I said." Oh, except for that thing. And then she explained that thing. It's like, look, either you don't remember it's you know what? It's like either you remember or you don't remember. It's kind of like pregnancy. You're
mm,
pregnant or you're not pregnant. There's no
mm-hmm,
in between. So do you not remember and you were totally hammered? Or do you remember and
mm-hmm.
you were just using it as an excuse? Make it make sense once again. She
See,
just,
that's the
yeah.
beauty, Grebo, of the internet is that people like me will take time out of their day and take the 4 hour video and condense it into segments so
Hmm.
that reactioners like Monty and anyone else who want to take that video and react to specific spots with specific timestamps will have that available in 3 days. It's forever, Chantal. You can say, I don't remember, but it's there.
Well,
The
and
video proof is there.
even when she deletes it, like a lot of her older videos, like where she was talking about, like the psychiatrist won't give me the diagnosis I want, so I stop going. And the thing about it's not a tick, I do it because I'm basically making fun of my grandma. Like all this information that she's put out there, I'm sure you, like you said, the internet is forever. I agree, Pepperoni. May I call you
It's forever.
Pepperoni? Or do you want to be
You may
called
call me pepperoni, that's fine.
okay. Or is that
Erie
Mrs.
pepperoni,
Pepperoni?
whatever you'd
Erie.
like.
So
Yeah,
yeah, it's go
honestly,
ahead,
I
Ray
found the
Ray.
whole thing, I found the whole thing kind of funny too because, like, when she got back and people would tell her like, oh, you said this and that and this happened, she was like, oh, really? And oh, well, and she would do her little apology that was an apology and this and that, and then was it last night's stream, this morning, one of the many thousand streams she does, she mentioned something about, because somebody had brought up the whole Cuba thing again or something, and she said something about, well, she just got built up and everything just came out. Well, if that's the
Mm-hmm.
case, then wouldn't you know what you had said? Because if you were building and building all these things, then you would know what came
Mm-hmm.
out, right? I mean, if I was building up all these things, I would know what it was that I built up. So
Hmm.
it just, all of it doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, she said, "Oh, I let out all my deepest, darkest, thoughts, and it'd been building up." And it's like, yeah, 1,000% Ray Ray. Like, I know what I'm bitter about, even if you know what I mean. It's like, so yeah, so
She said multiple times that she meant everything she said, and look, alcohol is a truth serum, and you can't tell me otherwise.
children and drunks will tell you what's on their mind.
Oh, yeah.
And
Agreed.
Newfoundlanders.
Exactly. Newfies.
I was born and raised there, man.
Newfies.
Very blunt
Newfies.
people, yes.
Newfies.
That's my charm.
Um, yeah, and so then and like I said, and then she, after doing her ridiculous busted can of biscuit cooking show. And did you see that? Like she's coughing and hacking and scratching and just the filth. Oh, and that was something else that like so she was talking about, oh, we got to keep a lot of soap, because I'm sick with COVID. Do we want to? So remember, and I remember it was like last week when Buddha, you pointed out, keep an eye on that soap dispenser because it's not going to go down. I'm pretty sure it was you. Yeah, it
No,
hasn't
that wasn't
moved. And
me.
if somebody did. I remember I was
I'm trying
looking at
to.
your face when I heard it. But
Oh,
the
I
thing
probably
is,
made some kind of face, but I can't remember who
yeah,
it was.
but the point is Chantal continuing to claim she has the coof. Um, and I'm not a doctor. I'm not her doctor, but I can tell you the head cold congestion, lack of fever, Occam's razor, I'm going to say it's bull pucky, And so for her to
Ah,
keep continually
yeah.
claiming this is just, because she had the one home test. She hasn't retested. And I know with those home tests for a fact, occasionally, if you leave them sitting, similar to some of those pregnancy tests, you will get a faded line that will show a positive, even if it's negative. So until I see a positive test from an actual,
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe her. I don't believe her because
She,
I
Well,
agree
on
with you
the
100%.
yeah.
she
And,
mentioned
and
the soap yesterday.
yes. Okay. Yeah.
well, I was gonna
Well,
say on the topic of soap. Remember, if you wash your hands too much, it kills your gut bacteria.
That's
yeah.
right.
So
It goes
that's
straight
what
to
she
the gut
said.
bacteria. It
So
infiltrates your
that's
skin and goes
why.
into your gut bacteria, y'all. Just so you know.
Yeah.
Oh my God. This person exists. I'm sorry. And I'm just like, this person like Chantal exists.
Mm-hmm.
This is a
And
reality.
she was extra ridiculous. And so with her trying to talk about her pâté chinois, which realistically, if you think about it, like there's a certain word, I'm just going to say it, the word squaw, which is considered offensive. And so a lot of states are taking, the red man and Indian and squaw out of the things. For her to keep saying pâté chinois was just the chef's kiss of just obliviousness for this, when she lives with this paragon of the social justice warrior movement. I'm just saying, she's can't read a room.
Squaw, first of all, is a really bad word, especially if you're from East Coast Newfoundland or East Coast Canada.
Oh yeah,
Like like in
yeah.
Newfoundland, my mom was half Italian and
Mhm.
Micmac. Like we just say
Mhm.
Micmac, but there's a different way to say it. But so we don't know much about her background. But anyway, the only times that she got into a fight with people, and she was a crazy little lady with a high-heeled shoe, was
Mhm.
when people would say,
Mhm.
like, "You little squaw," or something, because my mom was like, "Oh, I'll kill you,"
Yeah.
and, like, straight up, like, and she would try to kill them
Oh
for
yeah,
real.
I'm from Alaska, and like
It's
if
not
you that
good.
you didn't want to call a female a squaw and another general is you'd call somebody a Siwash. I mean, those were literally fighting words, if they came out of your mouth, and it's such an insult. And so, like I said, that I question her Quebecois and why is she calling that? I think maybe that is what her family calls it, but you speak English, call it a shepherd's pie for God's sake, just
How
well,
about we
like I
not call
said,
each other names?
right? Why are you
That's an
calling
option
me?
too, Chantel. How about we just don't call people
Yeah,
names? How about we just tell them about their behavior, that what pisses you off about them? I mean, come on, let's talk.
exactly.
It's my favorite people.
Amara Clinic wants to know what it means. I don't know if somebody
Pate
wants to.
chinois, it means
No,
Chinese pie.
uh, that too, I guess. Squaw.
Oh, okay, sorry. Oh, squaw, it's a derogatory term for a female
Yes.
Indian. Well, I call them Indians. I'm Native American myself, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
Native. It's a derogatory slang
Yeah.
word. And so, like on the reservation and stuff, when I was living on a reservation or and stuff like that, you know, the they can throw it around, but it's just not something that's it was a derogatory term, uh, subscribed, or not the word ascribed to them by not Native Americans. And so it's just not a nice thing. It's like in Alaska when you call somebody, somebody says, oh, they got a Siwash boat. It's a slam against them. And the reason, so yeah, it's not,
Oh,
not
did
good.
Chantel use it? Did Chantel learn a new word today? Is that what we're going with?
No, she said she was talking about pâté chinois that she was making, which is just Irish shepherd pie, and she was using the Quebecois word for it, which just kind of kept rubbing me wrong because, like,
Yeah. And then dumped a can of cream corn, and that's when I walked away. Yeah, no. Mm-mm. Yeah, no.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, ladies, by the way. Hi, Monty.
Hey.
I wanted to comment, Buddha, on what you were saying because, girl, when you go, I'm like, yes, keep going, Buddha. When you're talking about the endorphins and about exercise, because isn't that the truth? I'm going to tell you something about that. The last 2 years, that's what's kept me alive. Is you try to get out of that mental stage you're in when you're in all your crap and the thoughts are going and you're like, I've got to just do something. And it's the truth. It really is. It's like, it sounds like it's the simplest thing to say. You should move around. You should get exercise. Yeah, because you want to know why? Your body can't function without it. You know what I'm saying? And it's always like, when you sit there and you keep saying stupid things in your kitchen about, I gotta go to a gym and I gotta do this and I gotta do, we all damn well know you're not. She's getting so much more boring with everything she says. Cause I'm like, you're so predictable. Of course you're saying that about the gym. Matters at the gym. Of course
And
you're
when it comes
saying,
to exercise, I say this.
yeah.
I used to do hot yoga. I used to try, when you're like, I don't want to, I'm going to go for a walk. And you're like, I'm going to listen to the Backstreet Boys. Like, I've learned through my passive, crappy, not really going to do much exercise route. I never really wanted to work. And then I saw a friend of mine. She was a bar star. And she like lost all this weight and she was like beating people up in tournaments. And I was like, oh, that looks fun. Sounds like my jam. And the thing is, I always say when it comes to exercise, you could go around you could walk around the tree like Amber, or you could do really hard exercise, make your body cry, hurt. Do you want to feel really good or kind of good? It's like when I tell people about exercising their dog, you could walk around on a flat surface around the block, or you could throw on your rollerblades and run that guy. So you're either putting in the work or you're not. But I got no time for excuses when it comes to like, I'm putting in the work. Well, are you? I don't see you doing anything. I don't see you eating anything healthy. You know what I mean? Like she's not doing anything to better herself, but she's like, believe me, you get no credit from me. At this point, everything she says is false. You don't deserve my, what is it? Like your benefit of the doubt?
the benefit of the doubt.
You've more than
Yeah.
proven that
Yeah.
I'm not a bad guy if I think you're a liar because President said, past behavior predicts future behavior. What do you want from me? I'm not sorry.
No, it's true. It's like
I'm standing up, so I'm all like, I'm aggressive.
She
oh my
literally
God, I
has
want
a
to standing up.
beautiful set of stairs that she could go running up and down.
Well, when somebody tells you who they are, believe them.
Believe them.
And she has told us time and time again who she is. And so until she shows us something different, it's just, some next level hogwash. Let's see. I had a thought. and I
Hi,
Google.
guys. Hello.
Justice.
Hey.
Hi, Justice.
What was the thought? Let's see. I was talking about I don't think she has COVID, and I'm tired of her sad fishing over this supposed COVID. Like I said, with her, she needs to be worrying about that. Like earlier when she said, when she was playing that Trivial Pursuit game, because I'm petty sometimes, she said, "Oh, I like purple," and I was thinking, you better like purple because your toes are going to be turning that color if you don't deal with that untreated diabetes soon, because that's dangerous. Like they're going to start cutting the piggies off. Buttercup.
It's true though.
Grebo coming in with the 1-2 uppercut.
Right.
Right. No, Justice, did you want to say something?
Well, I mean, not particularly. I just never come on panel, so I thought I'd come on panel.
Okay.
Hey, I'm so happy to hear your voice. It's so
Aw.
nice to hear you.
Oh, who's saying that?
It's me, Erie Pepperoni.
Oh, thank you, Erie. Oh, I love you, girl. I love all you
Aw,
guys.
thank you.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I always talk to you in the chat, and it's so nice to like hear your voice. It's so
Oh, thank
different.
you.
Same. I'm always saying hi to her, and I'm like, she's going to yell at me for some reason. I know it.
No, her when she always types with the caps, like I always like
Mhm.
picture her like yelling at people because like caps, like
That's what I
that's the
just
way I
said.
see it. So it's like she's yelling at people.
You guys, it's a never yelling. I have like vision issues, especially reading and on the computer, so I can't see shit. So everyone's always like, "Chill out, Justice." I'm like, you guys, I'm sorry. This isn't me yelling. I can't see. I'm sorry.
Oh,
So I
good
just
to
want to
Oh,
make
you're
know.
that clear.
fine.
We're
Don't
changing my
apologize.
font
I
now.
love it. I love it. Never stop writing in caps, please.
And
No, I mean, I
Erie's
know
my
it's annoying.
Erie's my stalker. Erie is everywhere I am now, aren't you, Erie?
What the heck? No, I think you're following me, girl.
I think we're tag teaming on purpose.
Right? We just go into the same circles all the time.
I'm telling
Every
you,
single
you're going to be
time.
the next one. Ugh, and that pepperoni girl. Ugh, who does she think she is? Who is she?
Oh, I know, right? Oh, please do, Chantal. Please. Oh my God, I'm dying for you to do and say something about me. Please.
Please,
Please.
please.
I have
Monty,
so
she
many
said something really
ideas.
nasty about you today. I didn't like that.
Yeah, about my stuff, what I'm saying, right? You really believe that? Wasn't that yesterday?
Well, today, yesterday, it's all the
Yeah.
same,
I
right?
did see that, but you know what? We'll just carry along. She does that to practically everybody.
But you're watching, Chantel.
Right, exactly.
Chantal, I'm going to make a very nice skit about you and what you said about Monty on the panel, and it'll involve Peter Griffin and Homer Simpson. So I hope you enjoy that.
I mean, girlfriend, you should be checking out your boy Roman over there because he's still making videos about you, and now your clips
Right?
are in his videos.
He's
Ugh,
getting a little
Roman.
weird with his videos too. No offense, I'm weird myself,
A
but it's
little
getting a little,
weird.
it's a
Yeah,
little
he's just
weird.
been a little weird lately. That's okay.
Homeboy's
Right.
becoming unhinged.
Thank
There's
you.
Mm-hmm.
something
Unhinged.
there. Like, really, Roman, what's your obsession with chimpanzees and girls?
And
I'm
shit
curious.
thrown. And shit throwing.
I'm curious.
What's up with everyone in the Chantal verse having a scat fetish? It's a thing. It is a thing. It's a thing, dude. Natter talks about poo-poo butts all the time. Roman does. She does. It's just nothing but poo-poo-poo butts.
I know.
Thank you.
It's weird.
I think he's
definitely
trying
nasty.
to tell us something without telling us, as if we don't know already,
Right.
Roman. We know. Just what is your part in all this? Because you keep regurgitating the same stupidity. So at some point you're going to come out with something that's we're all going to sit there and go, and
Right.
He keeps on saying he has some hot tea, and it's like, the tea gets
exactly.
cold after a while, like, seriously, you spill it or shut up, one or the other. Those are your options at this point in time.
I
Right.
don't think he has any kind of tea other than anything we would know. Like,
No, not at all.
He's just not interesting at all, is he?
No.
I don't know about you guys, but every single time, and I don't know, maybe Monty's seen this, but every time I've actually made a point to not even talk about this guy, I find him so dull. Like every time someone mentions Roman's name, I immediately type in the chat, ugh, Roman. And that's like the only, I never expand. Like it's just, and now it's a thing. And every time, because he's just so dull. He's like a
That's how I
boring
feel
little
about
Kiwi.
Pete's Buddha.
He's all
Every time someone
fuzzy.
mentions Pete's, I'm like, go away, Pete's. I don't want to hear about Pete's.
No
I'll take
one
Pete's over Roman any
cares.
day. Pete's over Roman. Pete's is
No
kind of
one
interesting
cares.
compared to Roman.
He
I'm
is
afraid I'm going to be
boring.
in public and hear the name Pizza and be like,
He
go
is
away.
boring, but those videos, he's got a little personality. You got to have a little personality to put out that kind of stuff. As bad as the editing is, I get a chuckle. So there's a little personality there, but I still don't. I'm not a fan or anything like that. But boy's got something to say. He needs to say it already. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
He was definitely the most boring, shortest arc that is still trying to be relevant somehow. Like, he's clinging on to those 20 seconds of fame for
He's
dear
giving
life.
us tea blue balls. I am over these people giving us tea blue balls, rage
I
blue
don't
balls,
even care about his
leaving us
tea anymore,
hanging,
Buddha.
fight blue balls.
I don't.
Oh,
Sorry,
Erie,
everyone else.
can we just talk about the Natter stream today that we just sat
Oh,
through?
Lord, yes.
Did you?
I didn't watch it,
Can
so
we
you
not?
guys gotta
Can we
tell
not
me.
and say we did?
I'm just gonna say one
What
thing.
happened?
Another one bit the dust. He lost another one.
Oh, who did he lose this time?
Honey.
Angel. Oh, yeah, honey. Wait.
Was it Honey
Well,
Child, I think?
Angel, honey, honey,
angel
angel,
something.
angel,
Okay,
One
so
of
what
the
something.
weird
happened?
angels.
Okay,
One of the
so
weird angels.
basically he's again trying to like I love when he has these verbal like conversations with people like they know what he's talking about. So he got mad at her because she called him a liar in chat. And then he was like, if you could understand him, he was trying to talk about whatever her personal stuff was, some conversation about her losing a ranch or her not having money. And he had the fucking gall to say that
A
him and
wrench,
the
not a
Dee Dee
ranch.
a
A
ranch,
wrench.
whatever the frick it
Okay,
was.
I
Oh, by
thought
the
he
way,
was saying
Polly,
ranch.
Honey
someone
girl.
wrote someone
And
wrote
he
in the
said that
chat, yeah,
him,
honey girl.
that Dee, no way, he said him and Dee Dee, then he corrected himself and said Dee Dee was going to give you money. I'm like, who's going to give her money? Because it wasn't your broke ass that was going to give her money.
Wow.
It, like, he is complete. He's another one that's coming off the chains because he had, how many members Erie left? I think 3.
3. He tried to get everyone because they were throwing nothing but tomatoes. So he put it under members only, and literally it was only 3 members talking the whole time. That's all he
Oh,
has left.
wow.
And then he kept going back to subscribers only. So every time that happened, there were multiple tomatoes being thrown, insults being thrown, and he's trying to like laugh and laugh it off,
Mm-hmm.
like, "Oh, go ahead, it's my, give me your money, okay?"
Yeah,
And then he would
more money
switch
for
it back.
me. And
Mm-hmm.
then like literally like 60 seconds later, he'd be on members only mode. Like immediately went back and forth like
Oh
5
God,
times in
yeah.
10 minutes. His ego was bruised or bruising.
Yes. Yeah. No, and honestly, I'm in fear for these mods because it seems like if you leave his side, he's just gonna expose you.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really embarrassed for anything they may have said in private DMs with him.
Exactly. That's the
Amen.
thing, right? Any pictures that were sent.
And she's
Hmm.
young, Monty. She's no older girl. She's young.
And it's
So
sad. He's a creep.
yeah, it's unfortunate, but
It is unfortunate, but you have to understand these people saw everything we saw, you guys. They
Mm-hmm.
saw everything we saw. And if they didn't, they could go back and watch it. He is a scumbag
Yeah.
POS every minute of every stream, and these people chose to do it. I am sorry if crappy stuff has happened to you, but come on now. I don't have that much sympathy. I just
Yeah.
don't do it. I don't.
I was just
Sometimes it
about to say
happens
that.
like that, right? Fate intervenes and says, "Look, I've been giving you little whispers of signs. You're not listening, so I'm going to throw the truck in front of you because
Right.
you're just not paying attention."
We can
I
like,
don't get it.
sorry. Um, the way I see it is sometimes instead of trying, like, I look at these people and I want to be like, you're stupid," like, but I try to like come at it from a like, if you didn't know better before, then you know better now. And if you don't, you're going to know better the next time, or you're going to keep doing it. Like sometimes when people go through these things, I feel bad for them, but I'm also like, you need this. You need this learning experience. It needs to
It's
happen. You know what I
like
mean?
he
Like you should
says,
almost be
if you
grateful
don't
for it. You're
know,
just
now
like,
you know.
I
yeah, well,
also
you're
like
in
to
it, so it
know,
sucks. But
what
2 years
is
from
his
now, you'll be like,
obsession?
yeah,
What's his obsession with mothers? Why does he have to keep saying about everybody's mother? Or your mother was here yesterday, or
Your
your
mother
mother did.
liked it. Go ask your
Yeah,
mother.
yeah.
Because it's something within himself that he is very sensitive about. So he figures everyone is sensitive about that, which, yeah, sure. Um, So he just like what I feel he does is he takes things that would hurt him and he projects it onto other people. And that's how he attacks his victims because let's
Mm-hmm.
be honest, he specifically looks for women who are in some form of need of attention, whether it's by loneliness or looking for love in the wrong place because if you're at Natters, you're in the wrong place.
Say it, Erie.
And that's how he collects the victims. Who can I get to get infatuated with me, to make them feel safe
Oh.
around me, to open up to me? Because here's what the ladies don't understand. When he's having those private conversations with you and you feel comfortable, he wants you to be comfortable
Mm-hmm.
because he needs to gather material to use against you. Okay? Your chat is material to use against you when you step out of line. And these ladies have been stepping out of line by dropping subscriber, dropping this. So now he's punishing them in front of everyone.
Oh yeah, it makes sense because they lost their loyalty to him, and I'm telling you now, you can tell this is the second time now. Yesterday was worse, but today it was happening again with Dee Dee. She sat there, and most of it was in complete and utter silence, and people kept saying, "Dee Dee, we're gonna call the cops." There were people super chatting. We're gonna call the cops. We're gonna send the cops over there, and she's like, "Oh no, no, I'm fine, you guys. I'm fine, you guys." But you could tell, like, just in tone, and you can tell from her lack of having anything to say that either she's getting fed up with this or something happened between these two, because there's tension. You could feel it. And there was something else that happened tonight too that I was like, the money. So it was Dee Dee's birthday, right? Homeboy made her grilled cheese and some kind of sloppy soup and this cake. Erie, what was that cake?
$10
We
It was
talked
supposed
birthday
about
to
it.
dinner
be
from
a
Drew.
pineapple
Mhm.
upside down cake,
Yeah, we
which
talked
he
about it earlier, called
somehow
it an aspic.
decided that the best way to plate it was to put it on top of something that looked like, Gary said it, a dog food bowl. And I'm like,
I was
what
waiting
the
for her. I was waiting for her to get poisoned. I was like, homeboy put something in that cake because he said there's alcohol in it.
Pineapple upside down, normally you do a dash of rum in it.
Yeah, and he said, "Oh my God, this cake is making me feel drunk."
Yes.
Right? He said that.
Yep.
This guy needs a new trade, man. There's lots of trades he can learn. He could be a mechanic. Like he needs to. I think cooking. I get it. You're a cook, but you're burning everything. Everything is raw. Everything is rough. Like, yeah,
He's
yeah. There's
literally
lots of.
making prison cuisine. That's what
You're
he's
not a
doing,
chef,
prison
dude.
cuisine.
I
That's
worked at
all. It's
Jasper Park Lodge. This is white glove service, man. Like royalty roll through there. And as a server, there's only one guy in all of Jasper Park Lodge that's a chef. And this guy makes the money. But everyone else is like sous chef and below. But like, he's not a chef. Why is he calling himself a chef? He's raw chicken. Not a chef.
you
Sorry,
And
I'm
guys.
salty.
Well,
I don't like
Chantal
Nana.
calls
He's
herself a creator, and we know that's not true. So
Damn
He's a
straight.
sandwich artist at best. Sorry.
no, this
but
guy literally, like, I
One,
don't
two.
think
Buddha, he's not even that. I don't know what do you put on a grilled cheese that's brown and used 5-year-old cheese. And he said it.
the dude didn't even
5-year-old
use
cheese?
butter.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, the dude didn't even use butter on the grilled cheese.
What
And
did
Now,
he?
what
What did?
and Erie,
What
what
did he
did he
flip it?
put it in? What did he put? It was like a waffle
Yeah.
maker, right?
He
What did he
put
use?
it in a
Pam?
waffle maker. It was
He
the
put it in a
driest grilled
waffle
cheese I've
maker.
ever seen.
wait,
He
he
hit a
put
waffle grilled cheese. That actually
Yes.
sounds kind of good to me.
Not
No,
when
no, no.
not when it's got Vegemite and
Mm.
5-year-old cheese in it.
No,
And this was
no.
for her birthday?
Yes.
This was her birthday dinner, Monty. And
Yes.
then he
Oh.
bragged. He bragged about spending less than $10 on the whole meal.
Yep.
Yes, that's right.
Yep.
oh
OMG.
my god.
Yeah, he
Mm-hmm,
bragged about
mm-hmm,
it being hella
Is
cheap and it could feed several people in a family and stuff.
is
mm-hmm.
this supposed
Yeah.
to be like a public punishment for her then?
Oh,
See,
you
Obviously.
know
Monty, you
what?
think
It
like
makes
I
Good
it
do.
point.
seems like it.
he
Good
No,
point.
he called her. He said in that stream, like, no, nobody comes for Dee Dee whether I'm here or not. She's a princess. He made a point of saying that, like, and he
He did
seemed
say that.
sincere. Nobody comes for Dee Dee when I'm here, and then he said, or when I'm not here. So
Well, that
no.
weird
princess had a
flex.
muzzle on for the last 2 days because she wasn't saying jack.
I
Yeah.
have
That
well, I just was
translates to me. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt anyone.
well, no, I was just gonna say one thing because he mentioned last night in his like stream that he was doing all crazy, that he worked for the same guy 10 years ago, and I could have sworn he said he worked for him for 3 years. And he was a chef, and people were like, "Oh, you were a line cook," and he was like, "Even if I was a line cook, like, what's the difference? There's a big difference between a chef and a line cook." Anyways, my question is, do we know if he's worked since like those 3 years that he worked for like under that guy or whatever? Because if that's all he worked as like a chef, I wouldn't qualify myself as a chef if you only worked there for 3 years.
I don't think we do know.
You know what? This guy wasn't a chef. I used to work in kitchens. I'm gonna tell you right now. He was the garnish boy at best. He was the garnish boy. He's the one
And
that
no
gets the
shade
plate
to people
last,
who are there
throws
in
the
their career.
garnish.
That's
Yes,
fine to be there,
absolutely.
but to call yourself a chef and then be doing that, yeah, not the same thing. That's all I want to say
Not the
about
same
And
that.
thing.
and I will say that Natter was probably the only garnish boy that managed to burn the garnish. I mean, that is a skill he possesses.
There was nothing that looked even close to edible tonight. I don't know what that was, but she was fawning all over the soup, and here he is, a mouthful of sandwich, mouthful of soup, and he's throwing mother here, mother there, and saying all these disgusting things. I don't know how he doesn't get shut down. I don't know how nobody shuts this man down during a live, because he is just disgusting.
Yeah, and he'll display your private chat
Mm-hmm.
with no regard for what comes out. So who said it? Was it you, Collier Airy? That
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he'll use the conversations
Oh
against
yeah.
you for sure.
hmm
It's like ammo for him.
Right.
Monty, correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't it against terms of service to harass and threaten your subscribers?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't
What he's
understand how.
doing, he shouldn't be doing. But we been knew he
Yeah,
was
we're
gonna
like
do
way
this.
past that, right? I mean, we're like
Yeah,
so far past like, oh, you're breaking TOS. Like we're like beyond that, way beyond that, I feel like.
yeah.
He's dropping the ball on it even more so than ever now. You know what? When it was before, when he could talk about Chantal and spew out all his hatred on her, now he's taking it out on them. And now it's like, oh, do you want me to show the conversation? Do you want me to show the picture? Do you want me to shut the fuck up?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Show it, big man. I'm pretty sure that there are people out there that can lawyer up faster than you.
Oh yeah.
He's like this power tripping type guy. I've met this type of guy before, this manipulative guy. And to be honest with you, tonight, I'm the first to say it. On Twitter, I saw a side by side picture of him and Roman. Natter was definitely the better looking one. I'm sorry, but the minute I saw the side by side, I was like, hotter. Why? Just I like his hair better. But the thing is, I can find a positive about anybody. but
Boo.
You
Boo.
I'm
definitely
sorry.
can,
That's
I'm
Buddha.
no,
You
that's
sorry.
a
like the
good
Like I
Cosmo
can
skill.
look at
Kramer
something.
hair?
That's a
I've
good
worked on
skill.
that.
Yeah.
Looking at people objectively, I can find the positive at any situation. Any situation. It doesn't mean that they're a good person or anything. But the thing is, this guy is
That part.
toxic because women constantly let him away with it. He surrounds himself with women who have low self esteem and also enjoy a dominant man. And I understand that type of dude. And it's a shame because I think it only takes one of these women to really stand up one day and just club him up the side of the head with a toaster. And I think he might be rethinking like which ladies he pushes around. That's just kind of how I see it. He's used to getting away with a certain behavior. And now that he's out of jail, no one knows who he was in jail. So it's easy to flex that you were in jail when you're around people who've never been in jail. It's like, well, you're a badass. And he probably was nothing in jail.
Is
You know
jail a
what I mean?
flex? Seriously, is
Well, I
jail a
mean, he's
flex?
all like, I've been in prison, yo, I'm like 50 Cent or whatnot.
Okay, I see what you're
But the
saying.
thing is, he was probably just some guy's cigarette roller.
I'm not gonna
Sorry,
say what I
sorry.
think he was
He
in
was holding
prison.
pockets.
Yeah.
Hold my pocket. Tom Segura, the comedian, does a whole bit about that. Hold my pocket.
All I know is
Anyway.
if a chick actually did hit him with a toaster, he would probably be out. Like he would if somebody actually got the nerve to hit him with the toaster, he would be done.
I was
Well, I
waiting,
mean,
Ray
like,
Ray, when he went to go. Did you see when he got up on the counter? Instead of taking the stool, he gets up on the counter to reach something from the top. I'm like, Dee Dee, push him. Just push him. Just once. Just come on,
And then he
please.
didn't wipe the counter off when he crawled
Yeah.
back down and continued to use it. And it's like
I
my
know.
gross out factor was like, ew, ew. My grandma'd slap me across the room for putting my feet on the coffee table. Can you imagine if you put your feet on her counter? Lord have mercy, she would
And
have killed
Chantal
me.
COVID sneezing all over her onions today and then pretending like she
Oh,
wasn't going to use them.
Oh, I'm not going to use
yeah.
that.
I'm
Yeah,
not going to use
that's
that.
the first thing that you're going to use, honey. It's
Yeah.
right in front of you.
Oh, were we talking about the random onion that she just found on the
Mhm.
counter? I
Yes.
was like, oh, there's an onion. Like you didn't know there was a freaking onion on your counter? How did you not
Ray
know
Ray.
it was there?
Ray Ray, tissue, onion. What's the difference?
Like, but
True, I guess.
I'm gonna second what Grebo said earlier. I don't buy for 2 seconds that she has COVID, and I'm not speaking for the rest of the panelists. I'm speaking for
No,
myself.
you could speak for me. I don't believe it either.
I had it in January, okay, and health-wise, I'm better off than Chantal, and it put me on my butt, okay?
Hmm.
I could not. Are you kidding me? Getting up, moving around, and no. The first 5 days alone, I was doing what I could because I have two kids, but moving was painful. The headache, the eye sensitivity, the congestion to where you can't blow your nose because nothing comes out, but you can't breathe. The weakness, the general weakness, the fainting that I almost had because it raised my blood pressure insanely high. Like, are you
Mhm.
kidding me,
Remember, Erie,
Chantal?
that first day? Remember, Erie, the first day you had COVID and you were eating blizzards
Totally.
and mushroom whatever melts and remember how we
Oh,
all had
yeah.
that phase of COVID?
Oh, absolutely. And chit-chatting online like nothing happened, doing my makeup. First of
Right.
all, Chantal, if you do happen to be tested positive for COVID, throw your makeup away. It's now all infected.
Mhm. Yeah.
Amen.
Congratulations.
Well, the good
True.
news is she admitted she'd lost her toothbrush, so she brushed them a
Grebo.
while ago, and so she lost her toothbrush. So at least we know she won't be reinfecting herself with the toothbrush.
Oh yeah,
Apparently, she doesn't have one.
she
And
said she
then
She
brushed her
left
teeth
it.
with
yeah,
twigs.
and number
She
two,
left it at Natters before she went to Cuba.
oh my God, and everybody knows. Come on, she gets package after package getting shipped in there, and you can't order yourself a toothbrush. Ew, gross.
Oh no,
Cause,
she's rocking
cause,
toothpaste on the finger at this point. I bet.
Right?
Yeah.
cause I
Oh,
know.
and did you hear her say like, well, what did they use before to, like that? And I'm like, does it matter?
Yeah, Buddha.
Ugh.
She
Buy
said
a
she's
dang
finding
toothbrush.
twigs. She's finding
Yeah,
twigs on her porch. She said to use.
No. She's
No, not to
rubbing
mention,
toothpaste on and then
yeah,
doing the fingernail thing.
scraping.
can I
Cause
say
see,
I've
one
seen
last
some
thing on
crazy drug
COVID?
people behavior and like brushing my teeth.
Because
Mhm.
I'm
cause see
2
what
months
had
out from
happened.
COVID and I'm still dealing with the fatigue issues, the fatigue and all that. So if Chantal doesn't get fatigue, I'm going to be really pissed at the universe. Just saying goodbye. That's all.
See what had happened was she left her. Don't ask me why I know this. Like, why am I intrigued by her oral health? I don't
Hey
know.
Ray, why
But
do you know this?
I just want to know so much about her teeth.
Ray,
But
why do you
no.
know this, Ray?
No,
Tell us, Ray.
Cause
Oh
Ray.
she
my
no.
puts
God, like
everything
you want to
on
know
my
my
desk.
dental
But
records and stuff?
she left her toothbrush at Natters before she went to Cuba, and this was like the last time she was like had spent the night at Natters before he actually went to Dee Dee's. So then when her and Pete's went to Walmart to go shopping for her stuff for Cuba, she told Pete's like, "Hey, I still don't have a toothbrush. Get me a toothbrush." So he goes and he sees what he thinks is a toothbrush or whatever. He throws it in the cart. Doesn't even show her nothing, and so they're fine. She rolls on with her scooter, her little cart. And then once she gets to Cuba, like she's already packed everything, got it in there, didn't even pay attention to anything. Once she gets to Cuba, she realizes it's like those 2 packs, because I have them in my, I had them in my car, whatever. It's like the 2 packs of like, it's like mouthwash, a little like dab of mouthwash kind of that's
Yeah,
on
yep.
like this bristle that like if you're
Mhm.
out and you ate, you can.
Mhm.
And she didn't realize till she got to Cuba that that's what that was, and she still hasn't gotten a toothbrush. So it's been a good month, I would say, since she's brushed her teeth. Like actually
That's
brushed her teeth.
disturbingly gross.
Can
Happy
I
Gross,
bring
birthday,
up?
absolutely
okay?
gross out.
Can I bring up once again? That's some tweaker bullshit right there. Oh my God, a whole month without a toothbrush. Happy birthday.
Imagine kissing those lips after that.
Ooh,
It's
Monty, you
Angel
you
Mouthwash.
have
Cake's
a member.
birthday.
Wait, birthday.
Happy
All
Happy
right.
birthday!
Happy birthday.
Happy
We
birthday.
love you.
Yeah, happy birthday. I guess I'm gonna have to sing so
Yeah, but
happy
wait, hold on,
birthday.
Monty. Add in Roman song with the birthday song.
Oh my God.
Birthday song.
The happy birthday song with Romans, what I came, I saw, or what?
Okay, sure. I
Thank you.
came. I saw. I came. I saw. I praise the Lord, then break the law. I take what's mine, then take some more. It rains, it pours, it rains, it pours.
Thank you,
Oh my
Monty.
God.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And yeah, now
All
do
right.
the happy birthday.
Yes. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Angel Cake.
Happy birthday.
Yay.
Oh, that was beautiful, Monty. That
Now I
was
got that song stuck in my head
I'm
even
sorry,
more.
but you had it stuck in my head, so fuck it, dude. That was a work of art. You should record that.
I will.
You should.
Yeah, by the way, if anyone wants to know, that's an ASAP Rocky song called "Praise the Lord," in brackets "The Shine" with featuring Skepta. So it's an actual song from ASAP Rocky, who got
Hmm.
Rihanna pregnant, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jealous
Flex.
a little bit, Monty? That looked like a jealous look on your face. Can't lie.
For him?
Well,
Really,
Why couldn't
good
that
for
have
him.
been
Huh?
me?
I don't think any of us thought that it would be ASAP out of all.
Right. I never in a million years would ever think
Right?
she ASAP Rocky was her type.
I don't
Me
know who
either.
that is. Am I too boomer? Am I too boomer? I
Yeah.
was listening to Scar earlier. Like, I'm all like, yeah,
No,
big wheel, keep
no,
on
Buddha, you
churning.
just ain't from New York. ASAP crew.
I don't understand any of these. Like, I remembered when the Much Music Video Awards started rolling around, and I was like, "Who's like Good Charlotte?" And then after that, I realized I'm not cool anymore because the music and the kids went this way, and I'm like, I'm good with Zeppelin and CCR and Trooper. Like, I don't know what ASAP Rocky. He's the
Good
guy with the little
Charlotte
thing.
is your most hip reference you have.
No.
Yeah,
That's when.
Good
That's when.
Charlotte.
No. That's when I went. Like, I lost
I
track of
see.
the
I
hip.
see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
when they
totally.
were doing. Remember when all the boys had big bangs and
Emo.
Yeah,
they'd
with
make
the
a
scene
hole
haircuts.
and they'd
That
be
was
like,
the
"Look at me," and
the
they were
scene kids.
angry.
Yes.
The
Yeah, the
tight
scene
jeans. When
kids.
men started tightening up the jeans, I was like, I'm not cool anymore because I don't understand what this is. And I immediately became an 80-year-old woman. I was like, I don't know, you stupid kids. Like, pull up your pants. Like, I became very uncool at the time when Good Charlotte was big.
No, I'm gonna say this because I'm older than you and I know that. Damn straight that you're not uncool. We are very cool. The music today sucks. I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah.
And sorry, I'm an
Yeah.
80s, 90s person. There you go.
Well,
Oh my god, you're boomering out, Collie.
Sorry,
I'll
can I
boomer all
interrupt
damn
for a
day.
moment?
when you
My baby
run
woke up. I have to go. But
All right,
thank you
bye,
so much for
Aries.
having
Hi,
me.
Aries.
Bye.
Thank you.
when
Night.
you run today's music, like, and you run as far as the choruses and the beats and all that stuff, statistically speaking, music every decade becomes less and less diverse. Like, music is becoming extremely predictable, and like when you lay it up, and like when those sound graphs, like all music, regardless of the genres, really looks very similar compared to even like 15 years ago. So there's that.
I stopped liking music in 2008. I was like, yeah, I don't know where it's going, but it ain't going anywhere good. Bye. See ya.
Here's who's making music now. It's not the artists that are making music. They have the look. The look is where they happen, and then there's the producers, and they make the look happen. And I remember back in the day when ugly people used to make beautiful music. When I say ugly people, I mean no one gave a shit what you look like. Now they take a beautiful person who got a tiny waist and a big ass, and they can twerk, and then they go, okay, Dr. Luke or whoever, let's put you two together. We're going to market you, put her in a bra. Let's do a mashup with Beyonce and let's market this shit. Whereas I was listening to Zeppelin earlier. Give me a John Bonham. Remember when people were like, let me wow you with my skills on this? And it's something new. It's not the artists these days. We should be giving Grammys to just the producers at this point because they can take any voice and tune that shit. Sorry, I'm opinionated today,
Well,
guys.
no. Do
But
you
it's
remember? I
true.
remember the first time I saw Christopher Cross, and I'm like, not what I expected. Or then I saw Neil Diamond, and I'm like, not what I expected. You know what I mean?
Like crisscross? Like Mac Daddy.
Listen, you're talking to somebody who had a
Daddy Mac.
crush. You're talking to somebody who had a crush on Boy George, my friends. Okay, and I was into to Michael
you seen
Jackson, Depeche
Boy
Mode, all
George
these people.
lately?
Of
Oh, yeah.
course,
Yikes.
You
he
guys make me feel
aged.
so young. I'm not even gonna
He
lie.
aged.
George Michael, man,
George
Faith, that
Michael,
jukebox
definitely.
shit. He was like, "Hey, baby," like he was the epitome of sexual. I remember the day my sexuality turned on, and it was when I was watching Faith, the music video by George Michael, and I was like, I love penises all of a sudden. Like, I
Yeah.
didn't even know what they were yet, but I was like, I gotta get some of that because his jeans were
You
so
and
tight.
George Michael both.
He was tapping his foot on the jukebox, and I was like, I don't know what that jukebox is. I don't know what that guy is. He has an earring in. I remembered Bad Boy for life imprinted on my mind. And forever after that, it was like, oh, are you terrible for me? Let's go. And that's it. But he turned out to be gay, so
Oh, hell
perfect.
no. I love you, Val, but Milli Vanilli, you do understand Milli Vanilli wasn't really Milli Vanilli.
Girl, you
They,
know it's
Girl,
true.
you know it's, girl, you know it's, girl, you
Ooh,
oh,
know.
ooh, ooh, I love you.
Oh my
That was
God,
my
Buddha.
jam. Oh, 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 I love you.
does
Oh yeah.
everybody remember when the loop, the music
I
they
just
were
said
lip
that,
syncing to
Grebo.
got stuck
Yes.
on that loop?
Girl,
And
you know it's, girl, you know it's, girl.
and it was just like, yeah, no bueno.
Yeah, I know. I know exactly what you guys are talking about.
Oh, Ray,
Like
Ray,
Yeah,
I
I
right, right.
know.
totally
Of
Yeah,
course.
sure, Ray Ray.
understand.
Yes,
You
Mandy
know?
Lou, me too, girl. Me too. Prince was the jam.
Nice. Well, I think this will be a good point to wrap it up for tonight.
Mhm.
It's 2:42 a.m. in the morning, so like always, clockwise. Greg Grebo, any closing words?
Chantal, stop being a terrible person. If you need some tips, get a hold of Buddha. Let her know who you are. Don't be a sneaky. Don't use any of your troll accounts. But no, seriously, it pretty much with what we're seeing, I see SSDD from Chantal. But I will say this: what I noticed is like she just isn't getting the views in some of her live streams. It's like it feels like people are kind of starting to get bored. So unless she does something outrageous, people just aren't tuning in. And I'm not saying this is a Boogie 2988 situation or Wings of Redemption, but Chantal really is, in my opinion, turning into the female Wings of Redemption. And so it's just a matter of time before she's her views are going to get lower. This is just what I think. So yeah, Chantal to me is now currently the female version of Wings of Redemption. So stop, Chantal. You don't have to go there. You don't have to kill your channel. You've already killed your self-respect, and you apparently have no sense of shame. But you could turn it around with some hard work. So stop talking and start doing. Also, start a GoFundMe to get a filter for the things that fall out of your mouth, because you're a terrible person. It has nothing to do with how you look. That's just what I have to say.
Well,
That
thank you for
filter, they
that.
call that's a ball gag. That's what that is. It's a ball gag. We should get her a ball gag. Yeah. Yeah, that's what that is. That's the Chantel filter. Anyway, uh, okay. Sorry if I'm loud tonight. I feel like I'm shouting. Okay, so here's what I have to say then at the end. Chantel, I think that you need to understand that some people are just trying to find the sense in what you do. Because I know you're probably watching. And I just want to reiterate, is that the right word?
Mhm.
Reiterate? Okay.
Mhm.
I just want to reiterate that, like, if you just actually listen to us and put down your guns and emotions, like, we're just trying to discuss what we see. And if you could see what we see, you'd probably make some changes. Like, I'm going to make a little video, and I'm not even going to put your name in the description and it's not even going to be about you, but lolcows in general, just to show you that I'm not trying to get anything from your name. I'm in here as therapy for me to talk about behavior so that I can process and unpack. And I have some great friends in here. So it's not really that much about you sometimes. I just want to see my friends and hang out. You're just the topic of discussion. So namaste, biatch. Sorry, I'm too sassy tonight.
It's
Sorry.
all good, Buddha. We love you. Kali, what's up?
Yes, I echo everything that woman just said. I love her. I'm going to talk in the the language that Chantel can understand. Buy a toothbrush and you suck. There you go. Thank you.
Oh, well, thank you, Kali. Ray Ray, I guess you're last but not least.
Definitely not least. I think it was great tonight. I definitely, had fun. I'm glad Grebo's back. She always brings entertainment to the panels. But yeah, I agree with everyone. Everyone said great things, and that's it.
All right, thank you. Yeah, I guess Chantel shouldn't get her ball gag from the Stag Shop or Pink Cherry because they suck and they break easily. Don't ask me how
Oh,
I know that.
I was also gonna say, hopefully, hopefully this is the stream is, you know, hopefully there's no one young watching, and if you are, sorry about all this because this was a pretty it went places that it probably shouldn't have, but so sorry.
It got graphic, but that's okay.
It did, but it was always fun as usual. And I appreciate everybody that was here. Erie Pepperoni. Who else was here? No Justice. Was there anybody else that was on panel? If I
I
missed
think that's
you, I
it.
am sorry. Yeah, I think that was it. Greg Grebo, Buddha
Mhm.
Bitch, Ray Ray, Cauliflower. Thank you all. And I guess I will see you in a few hours. We'll see what happens tomorrow. So, thank you once again. Take care. Bye
Bye. Thanks,
bye.
Monty. Thanks, everyone. Bye, bye, bye.